Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
Look, I need to be honest with you. The Toronto Blue Jays just had their worst 24 hours in recent memory, and I'm still processing what just happened. Bichette is gone. He's a New York Met. The same team that beat them out for Kyle Tucker now swoops in and takes one of their biggest potential additions. This is painful to watch unfold. Ken Rosenthal just broke the news. Bichette signed with the Mets for 3 years, $126 million. No deferrals. Opt-outs after years 1 and 2. Think about that for a second. That's over $42 million per year. We were all expecting something around 8 years, $200 million total. The Mets didn't just meet expectations, they absolutely shattered them. Steve Cohen got desperate after missing out on Tucker, and he threw money at the problem like only he can. Here's the wild part. This deal is basically the same as Alex Bregman's contract. Except Bichette gets an extra $2 million annually. Good for him, honestly. But the reality? He'll probably be back on the market next winter if he has even a decent season. Those early opt-outs are his escape hatch, and let's be real, he's taking it if the numbers look right. The Mets also gave him a full no-trade clause. Jon Heyman confirmed that minutes ago. They went all in on this. And Marcus Semien being there? That had to play a factor. Those two were close during their Toronto days, and I'm sure that relationship mattered when Bichette was making his final decision. Now here's something that caught everyone off guard. Bichette is expected to play third base for the Mets. Third base. Not second, not short. Third. The hot corner requires a strong arm and decent range, and honestly, we've seen Bichette struggle defensively at short. We never really got to see him at second. But the Mets are saying, forget defense, we want an elite offensive infield with Lindor, Semien, and now Bichette anchoring it. Looking at his StatCast numbers, Bichette has 36th percentile arm strength and 1st percentile outs above average. Will that be enough for third? The Mets clearly don't care about the defensive metrics here. They're betting on the bat, and with Cohen's wallet, they can afford to gamble. Here's what stings the most. Bichette was clearly willing to move positions. Reports suggested he'd play second for Toronto. There was even something this morning about him having internal reservations about playing on turf long-term and how it affects his body. Maybe that was part of why he didn't want to return to the Blue Jays. But honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. He's gone. Ken Rosenthal said earlier today he'd be flabbergasted if Bichette didn't sign with the Phillies. My guess? He was close to signing there, pen to paper, until Tucker made his decision. Once Tucker went to the Dodgers, the Mets probably told Bichette, hey, all that money we were saving for Tucker, it's yours now. And that's exactly what happened. The Blue Jays were never realistically going to match this deal. Would I have been okay if they did? Absolutely. It's only 3 years with those early opt-outs. Even if Bichette has a down year and opts in, his bat-to-ball skills suggest he'll still provide decent value. But Steve Cohen doesn't care about losing a few million in value. That's pocket change for him. So where do the Jays go from here? All signs point to Cody Bellinger. He's the top hitter left on the market now that Tucker and Bichette are gone. I'm higher on Bellinger than most people. He's a fantastic defender. He can play multiple positions, and yes, he benefited from the short porch in Chicago, but he was an MVP candidate with the Dodgers. He's talented. Is he Kyle Tucker or Bichette? No, but he's something. The question is whether adding Bellinger makes sense when it could reduce Addison Barger's role. I think you put Bellinger in left field, maybe trade Nathan Lukes, and let Bellinger be your everyday guy. If Dalton Varsho leaves next year, Bellinger slides into center. It could work. The Toronto Blue Jays just watched 2 massive opportunities slip away in less than a day. This hurts, but they need to pivot fast, make a move, and show their fans they're still serious about contending. Let me know what you think they should do next.